So if you saw the thumbnail, you probably know where this video is going. Today we're taking a look at the VEVOR thermal imaging camera. It is affordable and it works pretty well. Let's check it out. All right, folks, welcome back. So now if you guys know what thermal vision is, thermal night vision, you will know how valuable it could be to you as a prepper. Not only for surveillance and keeping an eye on what's going on around you, but for the simple fact of being able to see things that are hot. You know, if you have a situation in your house where you think there might be a fire in a wall, if you have a situation where you think something's running a little too hot, you can tell a whole lot by using this. You can also track using this because it will show footsteps. And we'll get into that in the video. I'll show you that. Where I was standing right here when I was shooting the night video last night, I actually turned around with the camera and saw my footprints. And I've seen other people review this, and it shows where their pets have walked and stuff like that. So it's a very handy tool. Now, no, it's not going to mount on your rifle. It's not going to be something like that. This is more of a surveillance tool and a very handy tool to have around your homestead. So what this is a thermal vision camera. It's a high definition thermal imaging camera. You can get crystal clear imaging with this. It features a 256 by 192 high IR resolution. All right, it offers a -4 Fahrenheit to 1,102, I believe, degree Fahrenheit wide temperature range. And it's got a 32.18 Fahrenheit thermal sensitivity. So it allows some really precise measurements and temperature measurements, even the subtlest temperature variations, okay? Now how this works, let me give you a close-up of it, is basically, you see the USB-C plug there. You're gonna plug this into your Android phone. I do not believe this works for Apple iPhones. Okay, you're gonna plug it in there. The barcode here is the app that you're gonna download, and we'll show you the app in a sec too. I just kind of have it zoomed in so you can see the product. It's very rubberized and sturdy around the sides. So if you drop this thing, it's not going to break on you or anything like that. And it comes in a neat little carrying case, and it does come with an adapter. So if you have a different USB plug, there you go here, okay? You can change it over to the traditional USB plug, the USB-A, and it will work with most phones. Now I will tell you one thing, I have a phone that I don't keep connected to anything. And, it's just kind of my sandbox phone that I keep connected to Wi-Fi, but it has no service. It wouldn't work with that phone. But the phone is a very older phone, all right? It's a good 10 years old. Probably one of the earlier smartphones. That's this guy here. It's a +1 or something. I don't know. It's an older one, okay? But it would work with my new one, which is a Samsung, okay? And we'll show you how that works in a sec. So I'm going to back the camera out, show you how to connect it, and give you a little more information on the item itself. So this is the phone I did it with, and we'll get to that in a sec. But I will show you the footage that I shot. Now, this won't record audio, so I am going to have to voice over the video that I shot last night. It doesn't record audio when using this. This is the camera. There's no microphone on it, so it doesn't record audio. But it does give you a 256 by 192 IR thermal imaging resolution, okay? And it also has a ton of features on it, one of which you'll see in the last video I shot, that will not only show you the temperature of what you're pointing at, but will track other various temperatures. You'll see cars about, a quarter mile away from my house, and as they go by, you'll see a little red box with a temperature track on it. So it will track temperatures. It definitely shows up anything alive. I did manage to catch a bunny on it, but that was about it. As we are in the kind of center of town here, and there's not much wildlife until way, way later in the night. I have caught coyotes in my front yard, but not on video. So it is really cool. It is IP54 rated. You can identify issues with ease. You can also identify people. Thermal is very, very hard to hide from. So it's difficult to, if you're using this for surveillance, it's difficult for people to hide from it. Even if you hide yourself under one of those thermal blankets, the blanket will still show up as a heat source. So it's a very handy tool to have for preppers. You can understand why you might want something like this. And it requires no visible light source. So it's not like those older night vision devices that require an IR light. Basically, if you can keep the light source off the front of your phone kind of covered, there's no light coming off it. Now, if somebody else is using a thermal imager, of course they're going to see you. If they're using night vision, of course they're going to see you. But you don't stand out. There's no red light sticking out there like, either a 840 or 920, I believe, nanometer light. It's still going to stick out. This has nothing on it. So let me show you how this works really quickly. You're going to take this device here, And you're going to plug it into the bottom of your phone, just like that. Actually, I'm sorry, you're going to put it that way because you want it to face outward, okay? You'll see a little thing there. Now I'm going to scroll over to my app, and I think I accidentally opened it, but I did. There you go. And it will load up, okay? Again, it loads up like this. Now, as you can see, I have this in black and white. It's not very good. The lights are on in here. Let's go over here to, let's go to a typical kind of, there. So as you can see, it works better in low light. Let me warn you of that right now. With all these lights on in here, it's not that great. But that's how simple it is. And there was no configuration. There was no BS. I plugged it in. I ran the app. The app you will have to download, and that is the QR code. You can download it from there. You can see just how easily. And again, it gets very foggy with a lot of light. So you don't want a lot of light. You really like darkness. So what I'm going to do quickly is show you what it looks like in the dark, and then I'm going to let the actual video we recorded last night run and narrate through that. So you're looking at this through my phone. It's not all that exciting, I understand. But we will actually show you a video from the device. The interesting thing is you see that little spot over, let's see, right there. That is the screen to that LaCity 3000 watt power box. So that actually, since it's lit up, it has a little bit of more heat to it. Anyway, let's roll in the footage of the stuff in the dark from the camera itself and let you see what that looks like. First look I did in here was the garage last night. You can see the little bit of heat coming off my heat pump on the side there. A little bit closer down there, you can see where the tube is on the side. But there's my footprints where I was standing, actually. But that was kind of cool, and that was a good 10 minutes after I was standing there. So we move outside to the garden here, and I'm using the red. The red's a little bit brash to me, but you can see all the places where it's warm, where the soil is in those pots. And you need to clean up my garden. But yeah, looking good. Now we're outside. Okay, now this is the temperature tracking mode that I have in this. You'll notice the green thing flopping up around the top there. And this is the color we kind of think of when we think of thermal vision. The green thing up there is reading the temperature up in the air. That one's reading, the white one is reading the temperature right in front of me. And by putting it into tracking mode so you'll actually see it track the vehicles. We're in brown right now. I moved it to brown. Now we're in that night vision green that everybody thinks of, and you'll see it tracking my vehicle. Okay, I'm trying to see if my engine's still warm like 5 hours after driving it, and it isn't. But you can see the temperature outside. And pretty soon here you're going to see a car go by up in the corner there. There you go. Now this was the color I love for surveillance as far as I'm concerned. I think this is the clearest. And remember, this is pitch black out there. But I think this is the absolute clearest for looking for stuff. Really, really cool to be able to see like that. Now we're going to try it reversed. Not a fan of the reversed as much, but you'll see it tracking that vehicle all the way about a quarter mile away. Then tracking a car going the other way. Okay, so very, very cool altogether. I got to say, for what it is, this thing does an amazing job. So you saw the unit in action. I got to say, it's pretty impressive. I'm eventually going to be trying this on my tablet, and we may do a revisit on that when I do it on my tablet. I got to say, this thing is crystal clear to look at. I don't know how the video kind of translated to what you guys saw on camera because I haven't put it up and edited it yet. But it was very, very clear, and I really like the black and white for the heat, where the black is the hot. That was just unreal. I mean, you got to remember, it was pitch black out there, and I was able to see everything as clear as day. So this unit has impressed me, and the price on it is pretty darn good, too. Now, I looked these up on Amazon, and most of them were in the $300 to $250 to $400, some even $900 range, just to plug in the ones in your camera. Thermal isn't cheap. This one is $190.99. And I do have a coupon code down below, too, that will save you 5%, too. So if you're interested in saving some money, you can use that code, VEVOR Sales, and save some money on this. That's, by the way, that is good for everything on the site, not just this. So if you see something else you like, too, you can use my code and save there, too. But I got to say, this thing is really impressive for how simple it is and how well it works. I mean, it's just such a little light, tiny little device. You can slip this in your pocket and pretty much have a thermal camera with you wherever you go. The app is fairly easy to install. You'll just scan the QR code on the back of the camera, and you just plug that in whichever way you want. You can plug it in facing you or the other way. I like it the other way because I like to hold my camera out like this so I can get a view of what's going on. But definitely a cool little thing. And decent instructions, too. And again, here you go. You know, you can take pictures and stuff. The thumbnail picture in the beginning of the video was actually the picture that I took last night. And there's your way to get the code, to get the app. All in all, really, really simple device to use, and got all that information here. Nothing here is difficult to understand for somebody that's never tried thermal before, and maybe you're a little scared and you think it's too complicated. This thing is just plug and play. Seriously, with my phone, I downloaded the app. I plugged that thing in, immediately showed it there, and pulled it up, and as you saw, it pulled up a picture right away. It does like low light. If you're going to test this out in a bright sunny day in the middle of the afternoon, it's going to be kind of foggy and fuzzy and not as clear. In pitch black, you saw the black and white at the end of the test video there. You saw how clear that was. So I'm loving this thing, and I think for $191 essentially, and then you got my 5% off code, you can't beat it. That is really, really cool, especially with the going rate of these being anywhere from $250 to $900, and I doubt they're any better than what that does, and they're probably a whole lot more complex to use. So that is the VEVOR thermal imaging camera for your Android phone. This does not work with iPhones yet. Possibly in the future they're going to be developing one for that, but for now, I mean, heck, you can go buy like I did. I bought this thing for $25 in a pawn shop, just so I can have a disconnected phone that just I could use wherever I wanted. Definitely cool deal, very easy to use, and very, very effective too. And remember, not only is night vision like a superpower for preppers, but imagine that in the middle of some kind of unrest, and you hear people outside, but you can't see a thing, and maybe they're about 700 yards away. With this thing in your camera, you just look out your window, point it over there, and sure enough, you can see the people. It's very, very hard to hide from thermal. So anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. I'll have a link down below where you can pick this product up if you are interested. It's definitely a good deal. Thermal doesn't get cheaper than this, so definitely worth checking out as a good entry-level thermal. I mean, I've done some thermal binoculars before, but this is really handy. And to have this in your pocket all the time, wherever you go, hey, you can't beat that. So check it out, and the link will be down below. Don't forget to check out all our other links. And if you're interested in freeze-dried wholesalers for the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, you buy 5 hamburger patties, okay, 5 packs of hamburger patties, you're going to get 1 for free. It's a maximum of 10 free packs, so that's 50 total packs for total per household. You use the promo code FREEHAMBURGERS during checkout, and the last 5 packs of burgers there, you add them and you only pay for 4. Remember, these are the 1/3 pound uncooked hamburger patties. Really good today and tomorrow only, so definitely check it out. It's going to be an awesome sale for you guys that like those burger patties. I love them. They're really good. So if you buy 5, you get 1 of them for free. Use my link and use the code FREEHAMBURGERS during checkout, and you will get that deal. So don't also forget to check out my Patriot Supply. That's preparewithiridium.com. I have some awesome deals going on there. 4-week kit can really jumpstart your preparedness with a 4-week kit. All right, you're going to get some major money off on it, as well as other deals there. I believe the water filter is there. Lots of stuff. So check out preparewithiridium.com. And, of course, our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go play with this more tonight. Stay safe and stay prepared.